They ruined magic when they brought Optimus Prime. Sorry. Okay, that's all I had.
Alright. Pop the
Hey, whoever calls Lieutenant Styles, tell him to tell her not to worry about the turrets.
Oh, we should warn her. He got a point.
I think we've got them set to not kill.
I think I can handle it. Can Dallas monitor them and make sure when she gets there not that to disarm them? He doesn't want to program her into them. He just wants to disarm them when she gets there.
We can do that pretty easy.
Cool.
Oh hey,
we set up a meeting time. We could just do it 10 minutes before the meeting.
Oh
Disarm.
shit! Wait a second. I ain't met this bitch, and this bitch ain't met me. I need to be downstairs.
Yeah, pretend you're dead. Shouldn't be too hard.
Hey, no, listen. She said she didn't know much about you. I think.
I don't think she was here for you. I think it was a weird
Did you-
coincidence of timing.
Did you show her?
Didn't
blood?
we?
I don't think so.
We did.
Oh,
did.
we brought her down.
Yeah.
You did, yeah.
And
I think
she
you should
looked
stay
at
out
you.
of sight.
She said that you had Militech gear, but that you didn't seem like anything she recognized or cared about.
She was more
that
worried
much.
about the cult with her daughter than she was about you.
Alright. That's alright.
You think yourself far too important.
Oh, if you're gonna be programming the turrets, I need to see the password. Hang on just a second. Duke's out for Dallas. In lead speak! Exclamation point.
Dallas looks very confused. Duke's Mayonnaise has been out of business for 30 years. Dallas.
What?
Dallas had fucking
Well,
cartons
yeah.
of it hoarded somewhere.
Now keep in mind, we're only
Oh.
20 years in the future, Devin. Don't be getting crazy.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
That's
No,
what
wait,
was
we're only
inside the
2045.
tubes.
Oh boy. Alright.
Alright.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Fucking weird. Dallas will make sure they don't shoot her, but he doesn't want to program her into them or disable them entirely.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
Fair enough. Say about 10, 15 minutes later,
God, I have to find
You
Dallas's
hear-
token. Go ahead.
you hear the sound of a big SUV kind of pull up outside and a bunch of doors close. And without knocking, enters two Militech operatives who's posted on each side of the door, and in walks Lieutenant Styles, who walks in carrying a bowling ball bag and walks to the very end of the bar.
That's the dude's head.
There's a head in it. There's a head in it. There's
She
gotta
sits
be a head.
down on the bar and sits down. She inquires if you guys have come up with anything since your last meeting.
We got the DDR machine.
She's like, oh yeah, look at that.
We should tell her that Adam Smasher killed her kid.
Oh god.
Oh, is that?
Man.
I was gonna debate if we should even bring him up at all.
I love the idea of getting them to keep each other occupied.
Yeah, he is kind of a wild card at this point.
Should we ask about Elvis and see if she knows what we know?
Sure.
That's what she knows about.
Adam Alpha. We were running a little bit of a recon and ran into an Adam Alpha. We think he might be tipping off unfriendly forces. Do you know anything about the guy?
What manner of unfriendly forces?
He
Pull out our agent and kind of start taking notes a little bit.
he sort of sent what is it, Kitsune? The White Fox?
Shiro Kasune? The Arasaka assassin?
Yes. Adam was suspiciously on his device, decided to go home early in the middle of a job, and then a few moments later, that fucker showed up. and he wasn't happy.
What does this have to do with the Reaper?
The place we were scoping out was a where we found the signal coming from for the which wasn't for the drones at that time. I'm trying to remember what the preliminary. The server was pinged, but I forget from what.
He was just Reaper was just using it as a database to ping into other systems.
We were just
That's right.
told there was a ping coming from there.
Also, he's making the drones too. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, that's the important thing I think to impart to her is that he had the drone things turned on.
It probably is important to her, but anyway.
But didn't
Not
she
match
tell
the
us when the
red.
drone parade was?
She did. That's why we want to tell her.
So you're telling her about that?
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
The
drones
captain.
being mass produced, pretty suspicious.
She'll kind of
Reaper
stop.
might have forces.
She'll kind of stop for a second and be like, that's calls for alarm. The upcoming drone parade, there's said to be thousands of them in the air. And if any of them are compromised by the Reaper AI, then who knows what could happen.
She canceled the parade.
See if I can. I'll see what I can do about that.
Think of the orphans. They'll be so disappointed.
But they look forward to the drone parade every year.
Start calling it the Black Parade.
And they'll have so many new friends after the drones go haywire and kill a bunch of people. And then there'll be more orphans. It's a self-fulfilling cycle.
Clowns coming up from the sewers.
Is there any possibility of affecting all these drones at once? EMP, sonic wave, anything we could do to knock them all out of the sky if we needed to, or at least get control of some of them?
EMP wouldn't be a bad idea. However,
EMP grenades.
I don't exactly have access to operational funds right now, since she is working on a personal mission off the books right now. So she can't back you, but EMPs wouldn't be a bad idea.
Wait, did we bring any of the drones back?
No, I kind of forgot.
Nah, you didn't.
Rats.
However,
We can-
Styles to kind of give you all a look for a second and ask what all the Reaper victims have had in common so far that you've noticed.
Your daughter, the one other guy we saw down there, the bozos.
They all have the chip in them, is that right?
A chip malfunction.
Exactly.
Ziggurat chip in them, right?
Before they were captured or even investigated, some program within the chip caused it to overheat and turn into slag, rendering it unreadable. However, in a bit of luck, we seem to have gotten around that. She kind of pats the bowling ball bag a little bit. And you guys' instincts are right off the pretty solid, because she pulls a severed head out of the bowling ball bag and sets it on the
What's in the box? What's in the
sets it on
box?
the bar.
What do we recognize him?
No,
Or her?
it's just some guy. But she'll kind of smirk at you, and then she'll click the chipware socket, and a chip will pop out intact. She'll tell you that they were able to pick up a signal coming from this individual, and they were able to stealthily dispatch him before he knew what was going on. So whatever chip
So
is
you
killed or
separated-
was,
Separate
it.
the head from the body. I see. Have you got to look at it any?
Not yet. Since you're the only other crew that I've known anything about this, or have even bothered to look into it, I decided to let you guys see what you thought.
Seems weirdly beneficial. consider it.
I don't mind to take a look. Is this something Dallas can examine now, or does he need to like plug it into a computer and do all that stuff?
You probably plug it into a computer. I wouldn't plug it into your chip where it's
I was just thinking that.
Wouldn't just slide it in. I see.
Let's be like, I'll read the curse book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. If you can leave it here, I don't mind to take a look at it. Bakaneko might actually be pretty have some unique insight as well.
Bakaneko will take the chip. And I'd say, like, before the parade, her and Nico will be able to take a look at it if you guys would like. Take it back to Nico's lab. It's not too far away. And I guess if you guys are... So, like, are they splitting off and doing that, or are you guys staying whole as a group?
Are the multiple assassins out for us? I'm leaning towards safety in numbers.
Yeah, so do they have to take it there? They can't plug it into their cyber decks?
I wouldn't plug it up in anything you're personally linked to.
Let's see.
Maybe you can plug it into like a private shipper container and isolate it a little bit.
I wish.
Imagine you have some kind of computer downstairs in Crave's lab,
I was
probably.
about to say, if there's a regular computer, I don't mind to use that. I just wasn't sure what the limitations were for... Dallas can look at it while she's there, if there's like a computer down there or whatever. I wasn't sure our
Alright.
avenues there.
Okay, see, let me... If Crave has no objections, you can use his computer downstairs.
You break it, you buy it.
I'm a little worried about using it on our personal stuff, but doesn't seem like we have a whole lot of options.
I'm
If
no
it breaks
computer
something,
whiz,
though,
but
I'll factory reset it if it breaks something. Reinstall Windows, all that
Just-
kind of stuff.
just isolate it from anything else that's going on around
It's-
you.
Put it in a
And it's
Docker
Linux.
container. Yeah, fine. Just for the tech nerds out there.
Shipper container.
Dallas sets it up in a Docker container. It tries to. When you plug something in, there's a 50-50 chance whether or not
Man,
a chance.
you
to-
remember when
Okay.
Jeff Bezos tried to buy Docker even though it was open source so he could get access to all the private containers, and then Arasaka murdered him in his sleep? That was a good time,
just saying,
actually. The
you know
one
how
time
hard-
I agreed.
Jesus.
You know how hard I try to like not make my tech speak just sound like gibberish, because it 100% is. I have no idea what I'm saying half the time.
So-
Bakaneko walks up at some point and is like, what are they doing in there, Mateo? Like, working on the turret? I think they're docking or something. I don't know.
You gotta hook it up to the quantum monitor port, something. I don't know. All right. So it's gonna be an electronics and security tech to break into the chip.
14. Oh man.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Didn't feel
14 works.
great. Okay. I like it.
It's not like any. It's nothing too crazy of a chip, so 14 would do it. And once you're inside, you're gonna give me a cryptography check.
Cryptography check. I think I put points into that. It should be pretty good.
Because when it pops open, it appears to be empty.
Oh, it's not anything fucking in here. Hang on a second. Crave runs several Dallas runs several batch files for an 18.
Good job. For the 18, it's almost like beyond the code of the programs inside. There's something slithering in. There's little glitches. Kind of like something is moving and altering the code as it's slithering underneath it.
Gross.
Mhm.
This is fucked up.
If you want to give me another electronics and security check, we'll see if we can isolate this.
Okay.
But it's going to be a
You
little
know,
higher.
there's this really old fucking movie, like classic Hollywood, The Matrix, I think is called.
So you said electronic security tech check? This is
It'll be hard this time.
This is not quite right. This changes something at the hardware level, the ones and zeros that I don't understand. This is different. 20.
Like sometimes there's flashes of 2s in there somehow.
I thought I saw 2.
Stop. That's not possible.
No,
Yeah,
2's aren't real.
right.
That's something that your parents told you around a campfire. Hush.
It starts dividing by 0, and then no.
It makes it fundamentally quantum, which freaks me out. You can't have a 2 without quantum.
With a 20, when it's 20, very good job. You're able to, I'd say, Dallas would like create a file and somehow find a way to trap it inside of it. Like the first couple times you do this, like he'll change the code as you're typing it. He'll erase things. He'll firewall you a couple times. But eventually you do get it isolated into a single file. It's not happy. The file is goddamn gigantic. But you do have something on file. Something that seems to have already like pre-came with the file title Reaper B, which you guys have encountered at the warehouse.
What the fuck? Like almost to himself, now. So what the fuck kind of file names itself Reaper? Hey, I'm judging it. Because I don't think he knows what y'all know.
Reaper
I mean-
dot lowercase b.
I think we would have filled you in on, everything. We have no reason to hide anything from you.
Okay, well, I think I can confirm that this AI has been behind the chips and the drones that y'all looked at last night. I don't know what to do with the file. He will isolate it. That's the first thing he'll do with it, into its own environment, so it can't hurt anything else on the computer. If he tries to open the file, what happens?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Who knows?
Blue screen of death.
Yeah. Docker container crashes.
Probably escaped into the computer's file somehow.
No.
No, I containerized it. It's isolated.
Yeah, but don't
Quick,
open
shut it down. Shut it down.
Then don't open it.
Restart the
Like-
container.
Or do open it.
I don't know what to do with it. If it's contained, can Dallas take that to mean the chip is safe to use?
Well, it's like you appear that you've found a way to trap it onto the chip itself. The way that when you got onto it, it seemed like it was on the chip, but it wasn't bound to the chip.
Oh, I see. Oh, well. Okay.
So now you have an isolated version of the Reaper.
Let's see.
Which, if Lieutenant Styles will notice the program name, she will kind of butt in a little bit. And she'd be like, from her research, Reaper B is a subprogram of the Reaper. The Reaper is split itself into a couple different parts. Reaper B is a subprogram that runs autonomously to control lesser systems and operations. Kind of like a daemon that you guys just installed into your net architecture.
Subroutine.
The little AI that keeps track of all your cameras for you. It's the same kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Dallas will take the chip out of the computer and he'll kind of turn. Much as I hate to say it, you can probably do more with this than we can. Talking to Lieutenant Styles, you did bring it here, to be honest. Whatever is doing this has been condensed down. It shouldn't be able to move beyond the chip. It should give you an opportunity to see what it's made of.
Appreciate it. These Reaper B, from what we've gathered, is the one that has been controlling the victims and causing the suicides. I lost my train of thought right then. Damn. But however, since there is a Reaper B, I feel like you guys should know that logically, there's also a Reaper A.
Mhm.
Reaper B works a lot like a Black Ice Demon. It runs subsystems, stuff like that. Reaper A is a functional netrunner. It doesn't have a physical being, but when you encounter it in the system, it can kill you. You guys have only encountered B so far because A is set to defend primary systems of the Reaper. So if you guys haven't encountered A yet, that means you haven't really gotten all that close yet, which is a good thing.
I'm assuming that this thing can sneak by the web the same way that Nico and Boper can, yeah?
Well, absolutely. Which is the inherent problem
With
of
it frying things.
with the existing oldnet anyway. Like, just we don't even know what's out there. Anything can cross over at any time, really. These victims that are being controlled, we have decided to call them biodrones. We have Lieutenant Styles will also reach into the bowling ball bag, which she is still carrying, and hand you a heavily modified biometric scanner. She'll let you know that now that we have an isolated version of Reaper B, we can kind of reverse engineer the signal in it to be able to disable biodrones now. I mean, it's only got a couple charges, but it's really the best we got right now. If you guys see anybody at the drone parade, you might be able to neutralize them before they can do anything too dangerous. I don't know why I pinged that.
I think that plus some EMP grenades and try to see how many we could take out to the sky if things turn south.
So we're planning to have both of those.
Like, very well. Well, if that's it for right now, Lieutenant Styles will remind you of the time, which is 9 p.m. tomorrow evening of the drone parade. Right when it gets dark, so all the drones can light up and synchronize and be really pretty. So you guys are going to meet. Ta-da! Where is it? It is in the outside the executive zone, right here. That's where they're going to be holding the drone parade. Make sure you guys come armed to the teeth. We don't exactly know what we're going to be going up against. And I'll be able to offer what support I can, but don't count on too much.
It does has bullets. I guess Dallas is gonna slide in that akimbo chip before they go.
Kimbo chip.
I don't think.
I'll hit up,
there's a not to.
I'll hit up Silent J and get some EMP grenades.
Oh, I'm glad you said that. It's a good thought.
Is that ammo, technically? Yeah.
There may be equipment.
I think we determined that Silent J delivers, so I don't think you'll have to actually go meet him.
Nice. An EMP grenade is 500 eddies. I've only got 918, so I can only buy one. Joan does have a grenade launcher now, though, for what that is worth.
I can pitch in for. I'll pitch in for 2 of them. we can distribute those as we need. So I'm adding this to my character sheet here. I will mark off my 1,000. So, yeah, I'm gonna. You can keep those grenades. Those 2 more that I'm buying. You can keep them for the grenade launcher.
Oh, I already had one, a tear gas, and a smoke grenade. Does anybody else by chance already have any EMP shit?
So
I
I'm
already
trying
had
to look
one
at it right
grenade. Just bought another. So I have two.
now. I'll also
Ian-
buy an EMP grenade.
Cool. In that case, I think Dallas should have at least one on him, especially if he's buying multiple. That'll leave 3 in Joan. Actually, 2
Let's
in
hope-
Joan. I'll keep one on my person.
I was hoping to find like EMP bullets or some crazy crap like that.
That would have been cool.
Horizon Zero Dawn, Shocker Net.
Oh my god, don't say that.
Okay, I'll add one real quick. EMP grenade. All right. Oh boy. We also have the thing that Lieutenant Styles give us. Who wants to hold that? What'd you call it? A bio what?
The
Bioscan?
biometric scanner.
And we
I'll have to
we
give you guys an actual sheet for
we-
that.
pointed at the person. It's like a radar gun, sort of. Am I understanding that?
I mean, sounds like a mix between something you would do and something I would do. So I guess we could flip a coin, or I don't know. It's new tech.
I wonder if the range on it.
If it were-
is-
I was about to say, if it works at a good range, Cray's probably the better bet. Like, if you can hook that up to your scope and scan the crowd with that shit. Start shooting people in the chip slot. Can't fret if I shoot it out of your neck first. You know what? Maybe we'll be alright.
Maybe.
This is
Oh,
it sounds
wait,
very
maybe we'll find
similar.
home. So-
Yeah, this is finding home. Indeed. I thought it was maybe we'll be alright for a second. I had to do it. The best
It's got
song
that
on the
little-
album.
Groove.
Yeah, best song on the
They're-
album.
they're-
Maybe we'll be alright.
They're all the best song on the album.
Man, got so many grenades.
I also have quite a few grenades. Here we go.
I feel bad that I made you pay for extra security cameras. You only got $900. Maybe I'll pay for an extra one.
Me?
Oh, we stole Dallas's money. Don't feel bad about it.
Yeah, I don't know what y'all are
I don't
talking about.
because I keep buying fucking car upgrades like it's fucking Christmas.
I'm about to say I had 6,000 and I have 3,000. Like I ain't mad.
I guess that's the nice thing about not buying cyberware for myself is that I'm usually just sitting on cash, but I have to spend like per like piece of like essentially any medtech gear is minimum 200 eddies a piece. And so if I want to keep like speed heals and stuff on me, it costs 200 just to make one of those.
Oh, don't forget we had 1,000 eddies worth of med stuff from that warehouse. So
I added
I
those
assume-
to my inventory, so I'm not going to
Cool.
spend for a little bit.
that's good. We also oh wait, fuck, just lost it. Oh, we have that spare Sandevistan that was an old Dallas that we can sell. I'm sure experimental Militech technology is gonna fetch a pretty penny. Hell, this bitch might want to buy it just to get it off the street. Like,
Oh, that reminds me. So I need to ask you how this works before we go do anything. Oh, my camera said screw you.
that's been acted up too.
As far as a cryo pump is concerned, do I have to buy one of those separately, or does that come with my character upgrade?
I feel like I've actually looked this up before.
I don't know. There we go.
Let's see here. Here.
Don't worry, it's as confusing to me as it is to you.
That's one of our blows while we're shopping. Dallas will buy a smart gun link for his other pistol. Only one pistol had it. So he's got the
nice.
He's got the money, so he will do that. That's the final piece. He can akimbo now. After he slots that chip in.
Oh, by the way, your bike got totaled. Just don't know what happened. Something crazy. was
Okay.
Shop towel over fucking bike.
I don't know if you automatically get one or not. It says it's
Yeah, like
5,000. It says it's 5,000 eddies.
Yeah, and the way it's phrased, like if you look at cryosystems operations, it just says you gain one cryo pump. And so I was like, it would be weird that I would just apparate with one, but also I wanted to play fair.
It says that you get a cryo. You get a cryo pump.
Then I guess the secondary
So expensive.
question would be, can I wield two of them? Like, can I buy another one?
One each.
You could buy another one, absolutely.
All right, I'm about to bankrupt myself to keep two of you shitheads alive. You're welcome.
And we've got the one
Don't
for
go
the
before
rest
me
of
in initiative.
Okay, so what was it?
Is Xena going to be helping us on this job?
No, she's got some things she needs to take care of.
Convenient. Hopefully, once Bakaneko is done having her existential crisis in the room downstairs, she'll come up and be able to join us for
I am never done having an existential crisis.
I feel you, sis.
natural state of being.
Yeah, it is just default. It comes with the hardware.
Well, I say we can go ahead and get set up for the drum parade, but we won't start it tonight.
Cool. Just so you guys know, I can put anybody into a cryo pump that I want, and it essentially prevents death saving throws. You can't do anything, but it keeps you from dying.
And it's like a mobile thing, or is it like we have to get them back to Black Mass?
It's weird because it's essentially a briefcase that turns into like a cryonic body bag of sorts that I can then cart out of a space.
Carry you back somewhere that you can do surgery on them or something.
Yeah, so the idea is that it's easier to do like surgery rolls or to stabilize you inside of this suspended animation. But I wouldn't do it on the battlefield, obviously. It more or less just keeps you from dying on the spot, in case I run out of things that can heal you first. Because you can I think you can only benefit from a speed heal once a day. Like a lot of the chems I can do are a once a day kind of thing. So I can perk you up once, and then after that, it's like, good luck.
That's good to have, though.
So I'm gonna probably buy another one, which will absolutely wipe out my bank account. But I don't care because then I can put two of you inside of body bags on the battlefield and just car you out.
You're a good man. I'll happily help throw in with that with Dallas's money.
All right, Dallas. I stole all of Dallas's money and bought a cryo pump with it. He doesn't know.
You weren't using it.
How much of Dallas's money? I only have 2,600 left from all my others.
That's kind of a joke. I have just over 5,000. I'm literally going to spend it all right now.
Shit.
You get the one free. I mean, if two of us are down, we're probably all gonna go down. So you know.
That's true. It might make more sense to spend money on a one of those trauma team subscriptions.
I will throw another 1,000 at you, Crave, to give you a little recoup there.
I think Bakaneko had the right idea.
I can give you 484 eddies.
Don't give me any money. I don't want it.
No, I've already subtracted it. Take the 1,000.
Fine, I'll take the 1,000, and then I'm gonna buy another one just to have it. That way, at least I can maybe
Because
save some of you from
I still have
something.
1,600. Like I said, I was saving up a bunch for that akimbo chip. Now that I have it, I'll distribute that. So I don't mind spending it.
I was only
All you
saving up
had
my
to
money
do
to
was
fix
die.
up the Black Mass, and we kind of did that. So,
Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that I'm gonna buy another cryo pump, so I have 2 of them, so I can put 2 people inside body bags if I have to.
Wait, did we ever find out what Bakaneko's brother's note said? The one that left from the door?
Yes. I gotta look it back up.
It was very sweet. It was saying, "Hey, I cleaned up your block for you. Miss you, sis. Call mom. Left some money for you under the mat."
Where was it? Here we go. It's Nico Nikoban, which is a really fancy way to call her an ungrateful little bitch.
Oh wow, Jesus.
Nico
Shit talking a little
Nikoban
not even here.
means gold coins to a cat, which is kind of like pearls before swine kind of thing. Like a cat's not going to appreciate a gold coin.
Oh, that's a fucking Nico.
Yeah, right? She was given a gold coin. She doesn't appreciate it.
Interesting.
I got enough ammo.
All right. You guys, once you guys get all locked and loaded, we will head to the parade site.
I'm afraid.
Same.
Oh,
Ready when you
Double checks the turrets so they're loaded.
nothing crazy. Street's pretty empty right now.
Oh, that car's still there that I stole the catalytic converter off of. That's good.
Oh yeah, it's not going anywhere. It overheated.
We should steal the tires and rims next.
But from what you guys can figure, this is going to be a good route where most of the drones will pass through. If any of the drones are infected by Reaper B, your tech scanner will be able to detect them from the crowd.
Are we at street level here?
You're at street level, yeah. Is anywhere you guys want to set up and get ready?
Are there any like parking garages? Mateo wants to try to get to a roof with Jones so he can fire those EMPs like the maximum possible range.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Which will also give me a week to get a map for that.
Trying to think of what else we could do to set up.
There won't be any access points, huh?
Well, I mean, the drones are probably controlled by some kind of net architecture.
Yeah, how do we access it?
Can Nico access it because it's wireless?
Well, keep in mind, you only have to be 6 meters from a net access point to net run.
Let's see.
It's like 18 feet.
Yeah. So theoretically, from a rooftop, maybe Buckaneko or Dallas could try to get into their architecture, just depending on how close they came to the rooftop.
Trying to connect to a fucking Wi-Fi in a Waffle House as you drive down the interstate.
We need someone to do crowd work too. Oh shit.
Probably should find a good nest for Crave.
I was about to say, if you're gonna be on the rooftop, man, in the grenade launcher, Dallas will need to be on the ground. He's probably the next most viable person to like physically handle someone. Cause
Yeah, that's what you said last time.
well, unfortunately, he's not as good at it as Xena. But probably.
Maybe you should take a break. I'll call Xena, see if she'll come back.
I don't think Uber.
Yeah, you know I like a nest, but I'll lay down on the roof of the car and just stare up at the drones too. I don't care.
So what if we put like Ubik and Dallas on the ground and Crave and Mateo up top. Then we just have to decide if we want Bakaneko to be on the ground with us, or if we want her to be somewhere she can try to hack the drones.
She would probably have a better time hacking from up there, yeah?
We're in the middle.
Like-
do we know what
Unless the
level these drones? Are they gonna be right over top of the road? They're gonna be over top of the buildings? Like, it's hard to tell.
At 18 feet for a parking deck, she should be able to reach like 3 levels up or down. Like the parking deck height's only like 6 feet, like per floor.
Put her
Not a lot.
at the car with you guys.
I could leave the car, leave them to man like the grenade launcher, and I could be in the crowd with y'all, so you have a little more manpower. But I don't know how much of this fight is going to be brawling versus shooting stuff out of the sky.
yeah.
Oh, we want to use that thing too. We don't want to. I just remembered we want to use like the bioscanner thing to the radar gun thing instead of like grabbing hold of them so they don't self-destruct.
I think Crave has that, yeah.
I guess I do now.
I guess that we just joked about putting it on your scanner or your scope, but
I didn't know if it would actually work that way or not, but I think
Yeah, do we
if it
know?
operates similar to like a med scanner, then I assume I would be equipped to use it.
It turns out I misspoke. It is a tech scanner.
Text.
So I assume it operates similarly. I could probably use it theoretically.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember what the
Probably
rules
also-
are exactly, but it's not complicated.
Cool.
Fuck is a text scanner?
So I guess it just depends on, because if I'm all the way up there, I could call out targets. I guess it could also neutralize them, but it has limited uses, so I don't want to just like use it on nobodies, you know? It sounds awful, but it doesn't.
no, they don't know about these. They know it.
So
Alright,
if you want Dallas to take it, this says tech scanners adds a +2 to like basic tech, cyber tech, land vehicle, sea vehicle, air vehicle, electronic security, and weapons tech. So
That's
that'll
like
be-
all the text.
Yeah, it'll be pretty good for Dallas or Bakaneko. If you want to give it to one of them so that they get the +2 to a big roll. And
keep
can
in mind this is
potentially-
a heavily modified tech scanner designed to do work against biodrones. This isn't a traditional tech scanner.
I forgot about the term biodrones.
And that was my question, was it designed, I guess we should just ask you point blank, is it designed more to use medically or technically? Like, is it designed to like look at the chips, or is it designed to look at the person who has the chip in them?
It's instead of scanning and getting information, it's been altered to send information. So you're going to be
Okay.
taking that Reaper B signal that you guys captured and tweaking it just a little bit and sending it back to a biodrone so the waves cancel each other out. You're trying to disconnect it from the greater system, pretty much.
Based on that information, I think somebody with technical background might be better. It sounds more technical than medical. Up to you.
Let's let Bakaneko keep it. And the three of us
Bakaneko
go on
can
the
take
ground.
it.
If you're good with that, Mateo.
Okay.
I would kind of like to have you on the ground in case we need someone with big body score to do anything like that.
Say that again, but slower. No, I agree. I think you, me, and Ubik on the streets, Crave and Bakaneko up top. Worst case scenario, if shit goes south, y'all can take the car
Car.
down and peel out. We can
Yeah, it was-
retreat to the parking deck if we need to.
They could even meet us in the
That
middle
was-
if we really had to get out of here.
Is there a target here? Like, is there a particular building or office or headquarters or something in this strip that might garner attention?
Nothing that you can really see. Just shopping plazas, office buildings, that kind of thing.
As far as I'm concerned, you don't even have to use the thing to actually take them down. If you could, like, I don't know, scan the chips and just tell me which one to shoot, I'll knock a drone down from up here. You can save the charges for something more important.
I think the charges are supposed to be used on people. I ain't sure what we gonna do about the drones. You shooting them down might be the best option.
Do
Is
my
there-
best.
Are we being paid to try to limit collateral damage? Like if we just start indiscriminately firing EMPs, is that going to be a problem?
I mean, it wouldn't be very professional. Probably not very effective, but you know, that's
That sounds like us. Unprofessional, ineffective.
Yeah, dude.
Uh,
Because she gave us.
I mean,
that
granted,
scanner.
the lieutenant is on a personal grudge for
Mhm.
blood, so
Yeah, she gave us that.
She told us not
scanner
to drop her
try
name.
Yeah, but that scanner was to try to catch people that had the chips in them, right? That's what she wants out of that scenario.
So
So we,
I think the idea, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I think the idea was that the scanner can detect people who have them. You can trigger the scanner to disable the chip if you want, but you can still see who has it, regardless of whether or not you disable it, right?
you got it.
So that's why I was thinking you could use the scanner to target, like, identify drones that might have a bad chip and just say, like, drone 4, 7 back or whatever, and let us try to snipe it, and then choose who to use it on when it's important.
I like it.
Oh yeah.
Because that puts Bakaneko,
Um,
since she has the drone, that makes her your spotter, essentially, is a sniper. And we're on the ground to
Bingo.
run interference.
That's
Oh, that's
exactly
good.
what I was thinking. Well, she's also ranged and she has really good sight, and so I was like, she can sort of assist me in, like, zoning in that target and actually shooting down the drones while you guys handle the groundwork.
Oh yeah. Well, as you guys start to get into position, you notice that a crowd is starting to form on the sidewalks by the street. More and more people. And as the sun starts going down, you hear music being played over loudspeakers. There's a drum band from a local. There's like a drum line from a local school, that kind of stuff. A couple local businesses. But then after that, you hear just the whirring that sounds like a hornet's nest of just hundreds of drones, a whole cloud of them. But they're in different sections, you know. There's one that's in the shape of a giraffe that's walking down the street. There's a big Chinese dragon that's flying around. Koi fish circling each other. It's actually a pretty good time. You guys are, you know, it's really beautiful. But Bakaneko, as she's scanning it, she's noticing that, like, every third drone is affected. They're still going with the patterns, and they appear to be emitting some kind of signal, but they don't appear to be doing anything else besides that.
I don't like that.
Yeah, every
No.
third drone.
Not sure what to do with this information. Do
Dallas.
we have Nico like in the web, like ready to run physical interference, digital physical interference?
Well, he's nearby. I mean, he's always nearby as far as comms go.
And he's licking his balls in my fucking leather seats.
He'll say something snarky about how he can get into systems, but if it's like net architectures for machines or drones or anything like that, he can't do anything unless he's nearby, same as anybody else.
Yeah, we'll have to depend on Bakaneko. Theoretically and hopefully, they're all running on the same net architecture, and like, there's only one architecture for her to hack to figure out or disrupt whatever's controlling those drones. So that's gonna be gross. Can you put eyes on the ground, Bakaneko? Anybody we need to be abducted? Is there anybody in the crowd that gives off a signal? That's the thing.
Oh, well, she'll scan the crowd, but it doesn't seem like there's any body giving off a signal. She's getting like there's like faint hints of signal, like whatever signal's coming from the drones is kind of bouncing throughout the crowd.
have to
Kind of like how
choose.
when you look at like the Wi-Fi maps, you know, and how they like bounce off walls and go around corners and shit. It's kind of doing that.
I don't like that.
No. And as she's scanning, there's a man handing out kabuki masks to a bunch of kids. You know, like little pingu masks with like little nose, little silly faces and shit. And as she sees something that she thinks looks like a white fox mask, the drones all stop moving. And all of the lights all turn blue. They arrange into a grid and form into a swarm above the crowd. Into the shape of a skull that laughs this like binary kind of crackle demon robotic voice, and you can't really make out what it's saying, but it turns and looks at Crave and Bakaneko. From what you appear, it's picked up that you guys are sending a signal back at it. It's picking up your signal just as much as you're picking up it. And with that, we're gonna take a little break for this week.